Welcome guys to WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. My name is Kaisah Wrestling, and we are coming to you with today's 205 Live and the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Brian Kendrick. Now, I just want to apologize to a couple of you guys because I know you saw my first ever HD Raw and it didn't really go the way I wanted it to because we had a little bit of problems with the audio, but I went out to Walmart, bought myself a headset, and we are good to go as Kendrick about to speak. Now, everybody here is talking about what happened at Extreme Rules and is what's going to happen at Payback, but all of you guys have seemed to forgotten about the beating that I have in store for TJ Perkins in a couple of weeks at NXT Takeover. You guys have completely forgot that I am the man with the plan around here, and I am the Cruiserweight Champion, Brian Kendrick. Everybody wants a piece of me when it comes to the Cruiserweight title. Just like TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins, you may have gotten lucky a couple of times. You may have pinned me 1, 2, 3 because I just wasn't feeling good that day. And you may have put me through a table because I slipped over the floor and accidentally fell through. But one thing you need to know is that when I am 100% and when I have my mind fully on this championship match, there is no way in hell that you're going to defeat me. So all of you TJ Perkins fans, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is not going to happen. TJ Perkins will not be leaving NXT TakeOver with my WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Now, as I heard, TJ Perkins, you're gonna have your plate full in a couple of weeks on 205 Live when you face Samoa Joe. So hopefully you'll be able to even make it to NXT TakeOver in one piece. But all I have to tell you is, even if you defeat Samoa Joe, if there's a miracle that you're able to pin the NXT champion, there is no way that you are going to pin the Cruiserweight champion. I am the reason why 205 Live exists. I am the man that this whole entire show revolves around. I am the man that all of these people come to see week in and week out. They don't care about TJ Perkins. They don't care about Lince Dorado. They don't care about Tony Nese. They care about Brian Kendrick. And all you people are so ungrateful because you continue to boo me, you continue to criticize me, and you continue to make me feel like dirt when I should be treated like royalty. I come in this show week in and week out, putting my blood, sweat, and tears in this ring, just like I will against TJ Perkins, and all of you will be discouraged when I leave NXT TakeOver still your WWE Cruiserweight Champion. So suck on that. Well, Brian Kendrick has pretty much made his presence known here tonight on 205 Live, letting everybody know that TJ Perkins does not stand a chance in beating him. Will TJ Perkins be able to take that title away from Brian Kendrick in a couple of weeks at TakeOver? We are back here on 205 Live, and these two men cannot even just wait to get in the ring. They just confronted each other running out here, and they have no love lost for one another. They are so ready to take each other out tonight. It's now Lince Dorado there just taking down Nese, and then Nese taking out Dorado right there. So here's a couple of announcements that I had to make tonight regarding Monday Night Raw, regarding Payback, regarding SmackDown, regarding every single brand here on Kaisah Wrestling. Monday Night Raw, we have Seth Rollins taking on Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship once again, as Kevin Owens came out pretty much demanding his championship shot against Rollins, and then Seth Rollins obliged. He's like, you know what, Kevin, I want to shut you up once and for all. So we're gonna face off at Payback one-on-one, no excuses. But after what we saw on Monday Night Raw with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, he now has made a little bit of an accomplice out of Chris Jericho. So I wonder how much that's gonna affect Rollins' chances of retaining that championship. So we're gonna see what happens there. But also, we had the Raw Women's Championship #1 contender Alicia Fox named, that she will be taking on Charlotte. So I do want to apologize yet again for the quality of Monday Night Raw, our first ever HD Monday Night Raw. It didn't really go the way I wanted it to, as the audio wasn't the best, and the audio right now still isn't the best. But this is what we have for right now, until eventually we're gonna get some upgrades, so the sound will be a lot better, the action will most likely be a lot better, and despite for the stuff we don't have, we were able to pretty much make something good. I mean, I thought Monday Night Raw, despite what was going on, was a pretty good show. I mean, with some really good action. We had Owens versus Reigns. We had Alicia Fox, Paige, and Brie Bella in a triple threat match. #1 contenders match, if I might add. So it was a really good Raw, but just the audio wasn't there, and I could understand why that may have been a little bit frustrating for some of the wrestling fans out there. As there goes a cover by Nese on Dorado. Of course, there's normally rope break, but since falls count anywhere, there will not be any rope break right now. So these two men just taking it to each other is now Lince Dorado with the double underhook, and I think he's going for a pile driver. That right there was just nasty on Tony Nese. That is not going to do good for Tony Nese at all. So there goes that moonsault by Dorado. He should probably go for the cover right now. I mean, Dorado was down 1 victory to Nese. Nese was able to get the victory over Dorado last week on 205 Live in the match that we never really got a chance to see. I mean, I wanted to show you guys what happened between the two, but it just, my throat was not allowing me to call that match at all. Like, I tried. I began to record that match. I'm not even gonna lie. I began to record that match, and then right as Tony Nese showed up, my voice just left the building, so I could not do that match no longer. And later on that night, I was able to put up the No Way Jose, Rich Swann, and TJ Perkins, a 6-man tag match up for you guys. So I'm hoping you enjoyed that. It was a pretty good 6-man tag match. Encourage you to watch that. But Extreme Rules, the pay-per-view that we recently just got off of, I highly encourage you guys to watch Extreme Rules, because even though the quality wasn't the best, I mean, that was before I realized that PS4 recording even existed. It was a really good pay-per-view. I mean, the matches were phenomenal. We had John Cena versus AJ Styles in a monumental Extreme Rules match. We had the triple threat match for the Universal title, Kevin Owens, Rollins, and Reigns. It was a very good pay-per-view, in my opinion. So I really highly encourage you guys to check out that pay-per-view. I mean, don't get me wrong, the quality is horrible. I promise you, for Payback, it is going to be HD. I'm going to hopefully get a better set of headphones so we could have really good sound for that pay-per-view. But Extreme Rules was an extremely good pay-per-view, no pun intended. That was when we saw the beginning of the Finn Balor and Kenny Omega feud that was going on. So I highly encourage you guys to check that out. And now Tony Nese with a pile driver to the outside. That right there is not going to do good for Lince Dorado. Dorado was in a world of trouble right now, with Dorado able to counter back, and there goes the standing shooting star by Lince Dorado right back into the cover on Nese. Now, normally I get a little bit more excited for these matches, and wow, that was it. Lince Dorado took the victory, and that was barely any time at all. Lince Dorado so impressive today, just tying up the score 1-1 with Tony Nese tonight on 205 Live. Amazing. Now, before 205 Live closes out for you guys, I just want to let you know that normally I'm a little bit more excited for these matches. It's just that the mic quality is not the best, and I know it is not the best. You guys can probably tell it's not the best either, so I don't want to give you guys a scuffle fest for a show. So I'm just going to keep it cool for now, call the action how it is. And it was still a very, very competitive match. These two men could not even wait to get in the ring. Lince Dorado and Tony Nese. I'm telling you, these two men revolutionizing 205 Live every time they get into the ring. But today it is Lince Dorado with the victory over Tony Nese. So in 2 weeks' time, in the main event, we're going to have Samoa Joe versus TJ Perkins, the NXT champion, taking a trip over from the yellow brand to join us here on the pink brand, or the purple brand, as I might say. And he's going to face one of the best that 205 Live has to offer. So we're going to see how that goes. And then next week in our main event, we have Brian Kendrick facing the man you see right now on the screen, Lince Dorado. It's going to be one hell of a 205 Live. leading up to the NXT Takeover pay-per-view. So this right here is 205 Live for you guys. The next time we'll be coming to you is with a long special of NXT, because we have 4 featured matches, all qualifying matches for the NXT Championship Tournament. So some good stuff heading your way from Kaisah Wrestling. Me personally, to you guys, have a good one, have a good night, and we'll be seeing you or coming to you very soon.